The second chapter starts by showing us Yi Chen, who is very angry. He says, "Gu Change, get your dirty hands off her. Your opponent is me. Chuxuan, do you really think that I wouldn't dare kill you just because you're the sacred prince?" Scene then shifts to Gu Change, who is thinking, going by the usual plotline, I'm afraid Yi Chen will overcome all odds and defeat Chuxuan. Then, he'll take the opportunity to make a bet and challenge me or something, and rely on his fortune to control the situation and safely retreat. With his talent for cultivation, it's certain that he will come back years later and avenge today's shame. When that time comes, wouldn't I be as good as dead? But unfortunately for him, I am a transgressor, someone who is too familiar with this common trope. How could I let him succeed this easily? I refuse to leave my life in the hands of some bullshit script writing. He then says, how boring, and then suddenly walks towards Yi Chen. Everyone is shocked to see this. Since this matter is related to me, there's no need to bother Chuxuan. Young Master Gu, and now you're putting on airs. What, do you think I'm afraid of you? Is the cause of your fearlessness ignorance? By saying this, Gu Change suddenly spreads his aura and Yi Chen gets pressurized from it. Insignificant tricks, says Yi Chen. Oh, saying this, Gu Change intensified his pressure. The pressure was so intense that it broke the door behind the Yi Chen and rushed out, forcing Yi Chen to kneel on the spot. Gu Change further asks, Yi Chen, how did you want me to respond to your words? His aura alone is imposing enough to make people feel despair. Young Master Gu, is this strong? Said one of the disciples. He's not from the upper realms for nothing. Yi Chen really doesn't know his place, responded the other. Even Su Qinj is taken aback from the shock. Her father thinks to himself, as expected of someone from the upper realm, he's already so strong at such a young age, we really can't afford to offend him. Suddenly a notification comes to Gu Change. Oh ho, the fate value can be increased. He thinks, since the fate value can be used to raise a technique's tier, it would naturally raise my cultivation as well. Gu Change suddenly went in deep thought and asked the system, how much will my fate value increase if I kill Yi Chen right now? Those with great fortune will inexorably have heaven's protection. Taking your current fortune value into consideration. Doing so will put your own fortune at risk of being eaten away, responded the system. Does that mean offending the fortunes chosen will lead to bad luck? No wonder my fortune value is black. I really am a villain through and through. Fortune is an unpredictable and inexplicable factor. It's not difficult to kill Yi Chen with your current strength, but it will trigger a series of unknown variables, responded the system. Because you are the biggest variable. So what you're saying is that although I shouldn't kill him now, I can still gradually increase my own fortune level by reaping away from his. And strike when the time is right. Correct. The same applies to those with a close relationship to the protagonist. Gu Change then comes back to reality and glances back at Qinj. He thinks, this means trying to affect Yi Chen by forcing Su Qinj won't work. Haha, although young Master Gu is so young, his cultivation is already fathomless. A mere wisp of his breath makes us all tremble with fear. Young Master Gu really is a god amongst men. I naively thought that Taixuan's sacred land, inherited by generations upon generations of prudent men, and owning territory that spanned thousands of miles, is already a sovereign power of the world, but today, after seeing young Master Gu with my own eyes, I realize that no matter how strong you think you are, there will always be someone who is stronger, said one of the elders. You all think too highly of me. My strength is nothing worth mentioning, responded Gu Change. It's humiliating. My poor cultivation has forced young Master Gu to personally intervene. It's fine. Young Master Gu has already shown mercy, what is he doing there still? Yi Chen really doesn't know what's good for himself. Impossible. How could this be? It's all because of you. It's all because. Gu Change, go to hell. Saying this, Yi Chen suddenly leaps toward Gu Change with a force in his hand to attack Gu Change. Yi Chen, how dare you? Shouted an elder, but the attack of Yi Chen was stopped by Gu Change with a barrier. Gu Change then said, you overestimate yourself, and then raised his hand, and threw Yi Chen towards a pillar, like a fly. The impact was so huge, that it made Yi Chen bleed. Su Qinj was shocked from this scene. Yi Chen then fell on the ground and laid motionless. Suddenly one of the elders said, Yi Chen, you've not only completely ignored the sect rules, but have also disrespected our distinguished guest over and over again. Immediately seal his cultivation and throw him in the dungeon, where he shall await for young Master Gu's punishment. Earlier, young Master Gu had already spared him, and yet Yi Chen still dared to sneak attack. Said one of the disciple. I know, right, how shameless, he has embarrassed our entire sect, added the other disciple. Let go of me, I'm the most talented disciple of the sect. I am the sect's hope and future. Yi Chen shouted, as he was dragged away by 2 guards. Saintess Chinj, I heard that the moon is especially beautiful tonight, would you be so kind as to bless me with your beauty? Gu Change said to Chinj as he flew towards his seat. Ha ha, young Master Gu is able to remain this elegant even after what just happened. With such an open-minded young man, my daughter will definitely be willing to comply. Chinj, shouted Yi Chen as he was dragged by the guards. Our sect's future for the next 100 years is in the hands of this man, you cannot afford to make the wrong decision here, Chinj. Thinked her father. All right, said Chinj. Hearing this, Yi Chen felt betrayed and fainted from the shock. Suddenly, Gu Change got a message from system stating, Yi Chen's fortune value decreased by 100 and host's fate value increased by 500. So that's how it works, this fortune's chosen one is nothing but a crop for my system to harvest. It is a bit troublesome, but the process of slowly torturing an ant till its last breath is quite fun, isn't it? And that was all for Chapter 2 of this amazing manhwa, I Am the Fated Villain. We hope you enjoyed this recap and got a taste of the thrilling journey ahead. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more exciting recaps. Also, let us know in the comments, did you find the story interesting? And are you excited for the next part? Help the video reach 500 likes and I'll upload the next part. See you in the next one.